was certainly a talking point. I think you're going to have to do this sort of thing for another couple of nights at least, but then there is a change on the way. As we go through the weekend, we're going to gradually lose this wintry weather and turn to something very much milder, taking a little bit of time before that milder weather reaches the southeast, but we'll all be into quite a different weather regime by the early part of next week. And why is it all happening? Well, high pressure at the moment is acting as a bit of a block to the weather systems coming out of the Atlantic, but that high slowly slips away southwards through the weekend. By Monday, Tuesday, it's sitting down across southern areas, and that's going to allow these weather systems to start pushing in on westerly winds, so turning a bit wetter as well, but certainly quite a bit milder and also rather windy at times, especially across northern areas. Now, I've actually seen some showers pushing in across northern parts of England during today, moving down to Lincolnshire now as well. But significantly, they're falling as rain, even on the fringes of the Pennines. It's really only across the higher parts of the Pennines that we're seeing anything in the way of snow, and temperatures now getting up to around 4 or 5 degrees. So already that air beginning to turn just that little bit milder. Some of the showers finding their way down into northern parts of the Midlands, eventually into East Anglia through this afternoon. But for most of us, a fine afternoon, a lot more sunshine than yesterday across southern areas, but it's still feeling bitterly cold. That flow of air coming in off the continent, a frozen continent, so it is feeling quite cold in that wind. But we're going to lose that bitterly cold wind through tonight and into tomorrow. More of a northerly coming in, but that'll be quite significant for tonight's weather too. It's going to continue to feed cloud and showers down that east coast of England through in towards East Anglia. Again, mainly of rain, just a little bit of sleetiness perhaps away from the coast, but temperatures holding up as well underneath those cloudier skies. But across most of the UK, really quite a marginal night. Whenever the cloud breaks up, we are going to see temperatures dipping away close to or below freezing. So if that happens after showers pass through, it could turn quite icy. Perhaps some freezing fog as well, an option across Northern Ireland, northwest England, southwest Scotland, the most likely spots to see that. But for tomorrow, most of us actually not a bad day. Again, it's just down these eastern parts of England, from Yorkshire through Lincolnshire, eventually into East Anglia and the southeast, that we'll see those showers once again. Some of them on the heavy side actually, but they'll mostly be of rain, just in the heavier ones that we'll see something a little bit more wintry. Temperatures a wee bit higher as well across more southern parts, and everywhere getting just a little bit nearer to the normal for this time of the year. Not much different by Saturday. Again, a fine, quiet day, perhaps more in the way of overnight fog to get rid of, but then it's the second half of the weekend that things start to change. Still that cold weather hanging on in the southeast, but that much milder weather coming in across northern areas, accompanied by some clouds.